12 News digital producer Jeff Vinton here with Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 45 car for 2311 Racing. Tyler, first off, obviously, it's great to talk with you. I want people here to get to know you. So let's talk about you just for a second. Just let people know just a little bit about you and why you love racing.
Mm. Well, yeah, I was born in I was born in Redding, California. Grew up in Corning, California, and both of my parents worked at my grandfather's dealership. So pretty much from the time that I was, my mom just from the time my mom could leave the hospital, she went right back to the dealership, right back to work, and I went with her and my dad. So yeah, I pretty much grew up in the dealership around cars, and yeah, I mean, just from the time I was born, really, I was just surrounded by cars. So I just gravitated towards those, and naturally through that too, cool cars, fast cars, right? I found more interesting as well. And then I don't know when it was. I don't know if it was just watching NASCAR on Sundays or um, going to the track when my dad was racing a little bit on the side too. But there's just something about racing that just really clicked with me ever since I was really young.
And obviously, you have a huge race this weekend at Martinsville, which you'll be able to watch right here on 12 News. It's essentially the NASCAR semifinals, the end of the final eight. You're one of six drivers in contention for those final two spots. What would it mean for you to grab a spot in that championship for coming to Phoenix?
Yeah, it'd be huge. It's been a really good second half of the year for this team. We started the year winning at Coda, which was very important for where we were in points because our point situation was pretty bad. Um, but as the year went on, we had a lot of speed, but just executing on those given weekends were a struggle for us. So to overcome a lot of the adversity we had this year, and when the playoffs came around, to just be locked in and executing the level that I felt like our entire team was capable of all year, has been a great year for us. But yeah, we're 10 below the cut line, but we're really solid at Martinsville. So I don't think anybody here on this team, myself or anyone on the 45 or really anyone in the shop is really feeling like we're in a must-win situation. I certainly think, if we qualify really good, like we did in the spring, we can run up front all day and certainly make up those 10 points.
Yeah, and then you have some big race experience just in your career. You won back-to-back titles on the Xfinity Series. How do you think that's going to help you in this race this weekend?
Mm. Well, it is a little different. When I ran Xfinity, we didn't go to Martinsville at all, actually. So, for me coming to the Cup Series a couple years ago and running this track again after being away from it, after being in the Truck Series, was a transition. But just the speed of the Toyotas, the guidance from Denny and the other Toyota drivers has really helped me be a better driver. We really saw that in the spring, running in the top five all day. So it's a race that I think a lot of people outside looking in expect a lot of chaos and carnage, which it can come to that for sure. But to get to Phoenix, at a place like Martinsville, it's just about qualifying good, and staying in the hunt all day long. It's really difficult to drive through the field. So it just all starts with practicing qualifying, getting a good read on, the early pace of your car so that you have the confidence to go out there and qualifying and put down a lap that'll put you up front.
Yeah, and I was just doing some reading about you. I read that you won the closest race in NASCAR history, and the margin I just think is unbelievable. 4/10,000ths of a second. Like I can't even like begin to even imagine like how small of your car that was, like how tiny, just a little bit.
Yeah.
What was it like for you when they were trying to decide like who won that race? Like just what was going through your mind? Like when you were looking at the photo finish, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean they made the decision pretty quick. The cameraman that took the photo, the timing and scoring was really close, obviously. But yeah, they were able to, between the broadcast and what they had down there, be able to pass along the decision on who won that race quickly. I honestly felt like I won the race in a way because I had the momentum coming back my direction. He had gotten a nose ahead, and I was side drafting him as hard as I could, basically dooring him coming to the line. So when they said we won, it was a huge sense of relief because I kind of felt like I off of four giving that one away, but to win a race by that close of margins was unreal, honestly.
Can only imagine. What have your experiences been like racing at Phoenix Raceway?
Mm. Throughout my Cup career in particular, it seems like one time a year, over the years, I should say, from the time I came into the Cup Series on a full-time basis, we've been able to hit it at least one of the times we've been there. And normally when we get there at the end of the year, right, we're not racing for anything other than pride, and we're going up against the championship four. It's a tall task. But when we raced there in the past, I don't know what it is about. Ran it in trucks. I didn't like it. In Xfinity, it was kind of a head scratcher. Um, but ever since I've been running a Cup car at Phoenix. There's something about that place that just clicks. I don't know what it is because I'm not a short track guy. Wasn't an asphalt guy growing up, but over the years we've been able to have really good speed there, and to have that speed and not really know why, as bad as that sounds, I think is a good thing because I think the capability that we have there is kind of unrefined. It's not really honed in, and I feel like over the course of this year, I've been getting better at the short tracks through the help of Denny and everyone here at 2311. So I'm really excited to get back to that track because I feel like the things we've had to improve, the things I've had to learn to be a better short track racer, have shown up at the other short tracks as well. So, and again, Martinsville is a short track. Phoenix is a little bigger than it, obviously, but the same characteristics are there.
And then you just mentioned Denny Hamlin. That was kind of leads to my next question. You guys have some really cool owners at 2311 and Denny Hamlin, a NASCAR legend, and then Michael Jordan. What is it like having them as your owners?
Yeah, I've got a lot of great leaders for sure. Denny knows a lot about our sport in particular. Michael has been learning about it, was a big fan of it as a kid growing up. But between the two of them, man, it's hard to go into a race weekend without being inspired. Whether you get to talk to them or not, and certainly after Homestead, having Michael give me a little pump up speech and congratulate all of us on a good run, just their presence day in and day out. Really helps push us along. We're all definitely very motivated to perform for Denny, for Michael, the other owners, our partners, and the people that work here at the shop. But they certainly, their presence and how much it means to them too really helps push us along as well.
I just have two more questions. I was going through your Instagram, and I noticed you had some really cool paint schemes for your car this year. You had the Hamburglar at one point, Michael Jordan's Carolina Blue, and then this weekend you're going to have the Monster Energy, the Beast Unleashed paint scheme on your car at Martinsville. What has been your favorite paint scheme for your car this year?
Man, it's hard to really pick one, to be honest with you. We've ran a lot of really, really cool looking race cars. Jordan Brand certainly has gone all out this year with the cars that we've come up with. The new redesign on the Beast Unleashed Toyota Camry for this weekend looks really, really solid as well. I mean, I just feel like everyone's been really doing a great job on that front, giving us fantastic looking race cars. It certainly seems like, looks don't always equal speed, but we've always had the looks. And I think there's not really supposed to be a translation there, but it just.
Yeah. And then my last question is I just found this story just fascinating. I have a 1 year old, so that probably helps you kind of know where I'm going with this question. But I read about the bet you had with your fiance when she was pregnant with your son, Bo. Can you just tell me the story about the name bet that you had with Alexa?
Yeah, it was my second full-time year in Xfinity. I was running with RCR, and I think it was probably, I don't know, probably 6 weeks out from Homestead. So I think we had like 4 races to go. Um, we just really couldn't come to a middle ground on a name for our son. And I was driving up to the shop one morning to work on the simulator, I'm pretty sure. And she called me up and basically proposed it to me. It's like, hey, so here's the deal. If you win this championship, you can name our son whatever you like. But if you lose it, you're gonna have to live with that for like the rest of your life, is literally how she said it. And it was honestly perfect for me because it gave me, I was feeling very motivated to win for RCR at that time. win a second championship with another team. But I was kind of searching for one last little thing to kind of like just push me over the edge on the motivation side. And that was that for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's such a just cool story to read about. All right, so Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 45 car for 2311, racing for a spot in the championship four, coming to Phoenix this weekend on 12 News at Martinsville. Just thank you so much for joining me, and be sure, NASCAR fans, to tune in to 12 News both this weekend for Martinsville and then next weekend for the championship weekend. We got 4 championships that are going to be given out at Phoenix Raceway, including on Sunday at 1 p.m. the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. Tyler, thank you again so much for joining me.
Absolutely.